future gods and goddesses, welcome back to the channel. It's Uncle Makara once again. Today, just stepped out of the first half of the meditation session, and we're gonna continue back tomorrow. But I'm just thinking of some ideas that have come up for me, specifically around the ideas of what is fake compassion versus real compassion, okay? I think that's a very, very important topic to discuss, because the state of the planet right now and the atrocities that you are seeing is from the immature masculine energy, okay? It is a wounded masculine energy that you're seeing, and hurt people, okay? People who are in a very dark, negative state of chaos are going through some of these different things. Now, why do I bring up fake compassion versus real compassion? Because we live in a culture of trend setting, and spirituality can be seen as just a trend, right? Self-care can be, oh, there's a butterfly. Oh, look, a beautiful butterfly, okay? That's my ADHD brain going off. Self-care is not just you buying a bath bomb or something like that, right? To sell you some product, or, you know, to quote unquote look spiritual or be spiritual, right? You are spirit, okay? You are divine, and people can classify it in different ways, okay? Divine masculine does not just mean a feminine man, okay? That's not what we're talking about here. What we're really talking about here is the sense of groundedness, of logos, of logic, the energy of willpower, moving forward, getting things done. The quest of spiritual growth and development is because of the divine masculine, the awakening that you've gone through. It seems like a flush of action and energy, or you taking the right actions towards your spiritual path working, is the divine masculine. Now, what about compassion? Okay, some people might say, oh, compassion is a more feminine state of mind, and so forth. Now, whenever we think about divine masculine, we think about the hands over heart guy, right? Who's with a loud exhale, okay? That guy, okay? I'm not talking about that guy in regards to the divine masculine. Is this man signaling virtue towards his friends and demonstrating that, look how compassionate I am, look how compassionate I'm being, okay? Is he giving to charity just to, you know, look cool to his friends, okay? Or fit into his social circle or niche or his spiritual community? I think, look at politicians. Politicians are great at fake compassion, okay? They're absolute masters at this thing. So whenever you see someone speaking very politically correct, okay? And, okay, very, very proper with my words. I must not use rude words. I must not use, you know, sentences which might be jarring. I must not, you know, putting on so many shackles and constraints for your own expression will limit you, actually. I think true compassion happens through taking action on that compassion through an intentional focus, a purpose. A lot of people use compassion as this external blinding mechanism to prop themselves up on some high horse, right? Some moral superiority, something of this sort, where they're using their victim consciousness and victim blaming and staying around other victims that perpetuate their reality. You see, this type of person is a very dangerous individual, because they're using compassion as a tool to attain, to be sustained, to be fed. You see, this is the fake nice guy who will tell you exactly what you need to hear, okay? He's the best with words, can stir up all of these sentences, but when it comes down to it, when shit hits the fan, he's not able to step up or have a backbone or make decisions or set boundaries or get shit done. So by perpetuating this lack of love for himself, this man carries out his trauma, keeps himself in this victim mentality. I want you to practice as a man to honor your internal world and really express what you mean to say, okay? Don't do it for validation. Don't do it for signaling virtue. You know, don't do it in a way where you're constantly looking to get nurtured by it. If you hold compassion for others in the planet, it will show through your actions, through your beingness, how it's felt, okay? It becomes a state of mind through superior intention. It becomes second nature from actually practicing it. The word compassion, the etymology means to suffer together. Understand that people are suffering on this planet, okay? Now you, as a person receiving this information, okay, you might feel, I have a lack of compassion, I have a lack of understanding, a lack of empathy. It starts with you, okay? Do you have compassion for yourself? Or do you constantly nag and, beat yourself up in your own mind? Does your inner critic get so loud that it takes you away from presence? Do you constantly belittle yourself? And don't take it easy on yourself. Don't give yourself that nurturing, motherly voice that says, it's going to be okay. I'm here to hold you. You are okay. You are enough. If you are truly a guardian of the yang, okay, a divine masculine, and something needs your attention, something needs your protection right now, instead of wallowing in your self-pity, feeling bad about yourself, using compassion as a mask, as an avoidance strategy, why don't you just feel that compassion truly within your beingness and use that compassion to act? That is the divine masculine, not this fake mask, nice guy disguise of like, it'll all be okay, okay? Just cry about it. Just release, just let it go. Let's band-aid the solution. What is one way that you can tell if someone is being really compassionate or fake compassionate? Understand, are they doing it in regards to a personal conversation with you? Or are there other people around them, okay, to see their demonstration of their compassion? Okay, this cardboard cutout version of their compassion, rather than feeling connected to the present moment. We live in a world where it's kind of insane, right? Because we're not allowed to express our true opinions, right? Our free speech is actually being taken away. So it takes a lot of courage, actually, as the divine masculine right now on the planet. We're being shamed and attacked heavily, okay? The divine masculine is being shamed and attacked heavily right now. And it's time that we need to step back into our true potential and our sovereignty again, and not fall for these little fake trends that keep emerging and popping up, but instead we start to heal. We start with the self-compassion. There have been times in my life where I might have faked my compassion, okay? Because it seemed like the socially appropriate thing to do in that situation, to show some level of compassion, okay? I understood later on that that was a cop-out. That was not the most authentic move. And authenticity, is a long-term game, okay? Stick to your authenticity and you'll be able to ride it out. Start with fakeness and you will remain trying to be fake, trying to, mask. But when you drop the mask, when you truly start speaking from within, there is something magical that starts to take place. There is something effective that starts to happen and change you. Then, of course, there's people downplaying the compassion. It's almost like, compassion compared to something else that is more compassionate. You see, people use this fake love and light positivity and compassion in order to avoid facing their own shadows, their own traumas, the things that are happening within them, okay? If you can truly sit with that fear and transmute it, okay? We help you do this through our path working. We work to help healers heal. We're primarily focused on healing here on this channel because we understand that healing is not a simple, like, oh, just put on a band-aid, right? The cut will heal. It's not that kind of healing. I'm talking about the long-term healing that takes time, where you really have to have the self-awareness for it, okay? You got to get grounded and back to your reality. Remember, you have legs, okay? You have a pelvis, you have a tailbone, okay? You're an animal, ultimately, okay? But you forgot. Maybe you were just floating in the, 15th dimension, and you simply don't remember that you are a primal being. But get out in nature and start to beat on your chest, and you'll start to realize how connected to nature you truly are. Now, there's some people called dark empaths who can feel the emotions of others around them, but they can't feel or tap into their own emotions. I don't think these people can sense or have sympathy or empathy for others, okay? Because start to understand that if you hold this idea in your head that I must look like I'm compassionate rather than feel what this other person is expressing to me, not just, holding space. That seems to be like the only option in spirituality, man. You know what I mean? Like on all these, men's work and communities and all. Just hold space. You know, just hold space. While your homie is having a meltdown, okay, next to the corner there, you're just trying to hold space for him, okay? Not take any action on it. Not do anything to help him or assist him in any way, okay? But we need to change these definitions around, man. Like, listen, holding space is not just you listening to somebody and just, uh-huh, 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 sure. Okay, that's holding space. And also, just the term itself makes me cringe. But irregardless, true, meaningful compassion, okay? Meaningful compassion. There's meaning behind it. There's purpose behind it. There is a movement and a change that we see in the world behind it, right? A true feeling and a state of mind that can enhance and heal the planet, okay? This state of mind can actually heal the planet, compassion, right? Because when we're compassionate about others, if we understand that I am connected to all things around me, I would not self-harm. I would not abandon myself, you see? But if I hate everybody around me, like they're a piece of shit, that person is weird, that guy is like that, okay? I'm actually pointing it back towards myself. Those are things that I need to work on that irritate me about me or my past version of me. Okay? So you haven't done the shadow work properly. So oftentimes this fake compassion is a way of appearing greater than, okay, cooler than, and fit into your little spiritual niche community that you're a part of. But let me tell you this, when it comes down to it, okay, we're all prepping for the apocalypse out here, right? I mean, look, I'm gonna give you a difference between real compassion and fake compassion. You can hear it in the voice, okay? Oh, no, bro. Are you okay? Are you all right? Are you sure? Do you need me to do something? Really? That's fake compassion. You can already tell there's this weird trying energy, and there's a kind of ickiness to it, right? You feel that muckiness. You feel that pretense. You feel that pretend nature of this person trying to be compassionate. Oh shit, that sucks. Is there any way that I can support you, man, through that? Real compassion, right? Hear the voice, the groundedness, the boom, the depth of that. Now, I'm not necessarily saying, pay attention to the sound. The sound will reveal all. I'm not saying that, but you can definitely tell a difference when somebody is pretending to be compassionate when somebody actually is, okay? A bodhisattva who is compassionate and holds compassion to the heart of not only himself, but wants the entire planet to be enlightened, that's a different, higher level of compassion that we're competing against. So there's no reason for you to try to compete against that, right? It's an inspiration. It should flow you into that rather than you trying to climb and propel and use this comparison trap to try to make yourself feel like I'm not a monk yet. I'm not a ascended master yet, okay? And then we have these macho tough guy acts, right? Like, bro, okay, that guy. Now that guy isn't cool either, I don't think, okay? Again, if you're offended by any of this, you're a big baby, okay? And you might be like, oh, but why are you shaming me? Okay? You're being too sensitive, okay? You're being too sensitive in a hypersensitive world, okay? With delulus floating around, okay? Delulus, that's what we use them, delusional people, right? Delulus is the new word, okay? Now look, I know there's not that many great examples of divine masculine out there, and it's very difficult to actually not confuse compassion with being a pushover, right? Just being a doormat, okay? Somebody who just does not react, just pacify everything, okay? And never confront. You want to work on confronting things, challenging things, stepping up to the plate, being in the spotlight, shining brightly. That's the yang energy, man. That's the yang energy. If you're still hiding, If you're still hiding in your own room, if you're still hiding behind closed doors, you know, you have not fully stepped into the light and made yourself burn in the fire of transformation. I think I'm gonna end this here, guys, but man, men, step it up, okay? The women need your protection and your healing to be the divine masculine, to be that lighthouse energy that protects others. To be enlightened, you become a lighthouse for others, and therefore you carry that compassion frequency alive within you that allows you to get things done and do things in your own nature, in your own right. Don't take away your divine feminine nature either, because you have that too. But learn not to get consumed by your emotions, but have emotional resilience and intelligence. Don't use your resilience as an avoidance strategy either. Use it as a way to feel what you need to feel, be compassionate for the situation, and then move forward in that regard. Thank you for listening. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you, and may we never be the same again. Us. Speak soon.